Hi, we're going to read Promises, David Mortimer Baxter. And we're reading chapter 4, and it's framed. That night I couldn't sleep. The more I thought about it, the more I wasn't sure. I wanted to be class president. I didn't even know how I got into that mess. I felt pretty bad for Joe and Beck. They worked hard on my campaign. But once I decided to let Rose Thornton be class president, I felt better. That's how I knew it was the right thing to do. The next morning I got to school early. I wanted to find Rose Thornton and tell her before Joe and Beck could change my mind. The first person I saw was Jake Davern. "Hey, Jake," I called. He stood and looked at me. Finally, he turned and walked away. He didn't even wave. I shrugged. Jake was a nutcase. Who knew what went on in his head? The next person I saw was the crossing lady. Usually she's got a lot to say, telling me to keep my toes off the road until she blows the whistle, commanding me to have a good day, like I have control over that. Today she just frowned and blew her whistle sharply in my ear. "Have a good day," I said. "Keep walking," she barked. I saw Sam Beavis next. He was reading something on a notice board. "Morning, Sam," I yelled. Sam looked at me and shook his head. "Loser," he said. "What?" I yelled as he walked away. I looked at the notice board. Stuck in the middle was a huge poster. A large black heading read, "Is this your next class president?" There was a creepy photo of me. I'd done my usual squinty photo smile, which makes me look like I have something to hide. Someone had added 2 devil horns on the top of my head. Class clown liar. David Mortimer Baxter was the last person seen playing with Banjo, our beloved school cat. Since Friday, no one has seen Banjo. His food lies untouched. His litter remains clear. Who knows what terrible thing has happened to our innocent kitten? Rose Thornton, candidate for the upcoming class president election for Miss Stacy's class, had this to say: "If I am elected class president, I will stamp out animal cruelty. People shouldn't be able to get away with things like this." There has been no comment from David Mortimer Baxter or his campaign manager, Joe Paganopoulos. I read the poster twice before I understood what it meant. Rose was saying, without saying it, that I'd done something mean to Banjo. No wonder no one wanted to talk to me. They thought I was hurting the cat. I was reading the poster a third time when Joe arrived. He held a copy of the poster. "Now I'm mad," he said. "They can't write those things about me, can they, Joe?" I asked. "Paganopoulos, pooh. They have gone too far," he said, shaking his fist. He grabbed the poster from the notice board. "Let's just see what Miss Stacy has to say about this." If I thought Joe was mad, Miss Stacy was even madder. "Okay," was all she said. Then she shooed us out of the classroom. By the time school started, people were staying away from me like they might catch something. Joe and Beck were the only ones to walk into class with me. I noticed Rose Thornton talking to Miss Stacy. Rose was looking very serious. Boy, was she in big trouble. Miss Stacy clapped her hands to get everyone's attention. "Okay, everyone," she said. "Rose would like to say a few words." Rose held the cat poster up for everyone to see. "I don't know if everyone has seen this poster," she began. There was an angry murmur throughout the class. Some actually hissed. I would just like to say for the record that I had nothing to do with this poster. I checked with Mr. Edwards, the school cleaner. He told me that Banjo is well and safe, and I am appalled that someone would try to hurt my opponent's chances of winning. I am here for a fair fight, and I hope you won't hold this against David." The class started clapping, then went wild when Rose came over and shook my hand. "Good luck, David," she said loudly. Then in a whisper she added, "You too, Pooh." I knew it. Rose Thornton had set me up, and she ended up looking like a hero. I smiled, a huge fake smile. "You are going down, Rose Thornton," I said quietly, and suddenly I was back in the race.